All right, Capricorn, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for January 29th through the 4th of February, 2018. And this week we do have a lunar eclipse. It's going to be taking place in your 7th house of relationships, midweek around Wednesday. So excellent week for doing a status check with relationships in your life, existing relationships, having some insight about them, seeing where things can be brought into harmony, brought into balance. And some of you too, new relationships, maybe over the past 6 months, if there's been a new type of relationship energy, doing a status check with those as well. But in either case, this awareness of where you can bring in this sort of learning and inquisitive energy about learning about relationships and developing them really for the next 6 months as we continue with this solar eclipse cycle. So that's the midweek heightened energy, and we do have some sign changes. Mars is going into your 11th house of groups and your future aspirations. So there's that. There's also some other aspects. So let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, Capricorn, so here's your chart for the week. As a reminder, this video is about sidereal astrology. We are using the actual size of the constellations here, so if you are new to the channel, definitely check out that link down below. The signs are different from mainstream, and you do want to make sure you're watching this video for your sidereal signs. Also, I do have an announcement to make. I am going to be taking a break from the weeklies here for at least a little while. For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, do know that I do like to take a break occasionally. I've been doing this for about 4 years with the weeklies in particular. So just kind of time for me to take a step back, get some perspective. But I will be still doing the dailies, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So Capricorn, let's have a look at this week. First of all, happy birthday for those of you Capricorns who have your birthdays this week, who are watching for your sun sign. But all of you have this sun and Venus in your sign right now, so it's an excellent time to be focused on your yearly goals, focused on your personal needs, your self-image, taking some action, some initiative in your life, just really getting that ball moving as a sort of new beginning to the year for you. Now, right off the bat on Monday, Mars does go into your 11th house of your groups, like friends and community stuff, so you could be a bit motivated here to connect with your community or groups or friends. But fundamentally, your aspirations. I think for about the next month and a half, a lot of you really getting more motivated to cultivate your future hopes and wishes, right? Your long-term goals, aspirations. And it'll be a great time to do that. So unlocking that motivation drive through there can be fantastic. Now, also early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, Venus is going to go over the South Node in your sign. So this whole South Node stuff is about bringing balance back to yourself. Are there some past energies, some past patterns, maybe even past life patterns regarding your self-image, how you see yourself, regarding your personal needs, and even matters pertaining to your individuality and independence that you want to let go of, right? That are maybe some old modes of self, some old aspects of self, some old beliefs of self, that as you allow to let go, because it's being let go naturally with this aspect, but you allow it to let go, you find it liberates you, it frees you up. And this is, I think, a transformative week for you in that regard. But the key to all of this is, again, relationships, in the sense that the North Node now, in this lunar eclipse on Wednesday, is really illuminating your relationship sector. So really good week to do the status check. How are your relationships going, new ones and existing ones? How's the sector going in general, right? How do you relate? All types of just how are relationships in general? How is your perspective of other in your life? And through this insight, you're going to be implementing, I think, a lot of this sort of general insight over the next 6 months. And so great to do that. There could also be a culmination, like I said, if 6 months ago you started something new with relationships, this could be the high point with it. But for all of you, it's new, it's learning, and I think for the next 6 months, developing whatever insights you do gain this week about those one-to-one connections in your life. Now, Mercury, and one of the things I want to say about that is that this is the sort of key here is you know, to bring balance back with yourself, with your independence, with your personal needs, the key might be relationships, right? So do keep that in mind, because the North Node is the kind of key to help balance that South Node. Now, Mercury is going into your sign on Thursday. So if you've been thinking more in terms of deeper things lately, spiritual things, psychological things, maybe deeper dreams and things like that, Mercury is coming into your sign. So there will be a little bit more clarity, I feel like, in terms of thinking about, you know, probably a little more clarity about who you are and what you want, which is good. So really good for that. Also communication flowing a little bit more, maybe the routine flowing, that type of stuff, if it has been more behind the scenes. And this weekend, we do have the sun going over the South Node. So again, this sort of releasing of unhealthy patterns relating to self, relating to independence. And the sun's going to help shine this light. So there's this conscious awareness being, you know, this light being shown on ourselves with Capricorn, right? With yourself. And so with that insight, it's going to help you, again, let go of some unhealthy patterns, make some changes perhaps to bring some balance back to self. And there's really nothing to do with this as much as it's about simply being aware. Because just through that awareness, we notice this energy naturally wants to go anyways. So allowing for that. Now, over the weekend, Mercury does sextile Mars. So I think there'll be probably some good assertiveness with your communication, maybe with your routine. Again, it's a great weekend for unlocking a bit of this newfound motivation to connect with your community or to develop your future aspirations. And Venus is squaring up to Jupiter over the weekend as well. This is still a reminder that 2018 is great for you, involving your career, your productive life, achievement, success in your life. So anything you can do constructively, I feel like, to develop your productive life this weekend can be fantastic. All right, so Capricorn, have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon for the next daily forecast. Take care.